Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I made this beautiful tote bag. It's crochet with a rectangular base and I also did a fabric lining for this bag. So I'm going to show you how to add a fabric lining into this bag. So before we get started, a friendly reminder, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe me and press the bell icon to receive notifications for my upcoming videos. So let's see what we're gonna need to crochet this bag. So this is the material that we need to crochet this bag. So today I'm using this cotton cord yarn. This one is 90% cotton and 10% polyester yarn. And the thickness of this yarn is 2 millimeter. For this yarn I'm using 3 millimeter crochet hook. You also need a pair of scissors, 4 stitch markers and yarn needle. And here I have a notebook and pen to write the dimensions of the bag base and the rest of the bag, so I can do my lining later. So I can do the lining for the bag later when I have the measurements. So if you are planning to do lining for your bag, you have to keep a notebook and pen near to you so you can write the measurements. We also gonna need a ruler to take the measurements of our bag. So that's what we're gonna need for this project. Let's get started. Okay, so we are going to begin with a slip knot. So before we create the slip knot, we are going to leave kind of long tail here. So around 1 feet. I'm going to leave this yarn tail and make a slip knot here. So this is the yarn tail and this is the working yarn. Now grab your yarn tail and wrap it around the hook like this and hold it with your index finger. So I'll repeat it again. Now we have the slip knot on our hook and grab the yarn tail here. Wrap it around your hook this way and then hold it with your finger just on here. Then let it go and grab the working yarn. Yarn over with the working yarn and pull through these 2 loops. Just we create the first stitch. Again, grab the yarn tail, wrap it around the hook, bring it to back just this way, hold it with your index finger, grab the working yarn, yarn over and pull through. Again, wrap around, hold, yarn over with the working yarn and pull through. Here we have 3 beginning stitches. So again, I'm going to work until I got total of 10 stitches. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, here is how it's look. So now we are going to work into these top stitches. We're going to work single crochets. Turn it this way. Okay, now it's look like this, and we are going to turn this way and work into these stitches. So now I'm going to leave the yarn tail just aside and grab the working yarn and make a chain stitch here, just a regular chain stitch. Then insert my hook into the last stitch that I did, which is the 10th stitch. So this chain stitch that we just did does not count as a stitch, so leave it alone and insert your hook into the 10th stitch. So we have to insert into the both loops like this. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. That's our first single crochet stitch. You can use your stitch marker to mark that single crochet stitch. Then into the next stitch here, we are going to insert our hook into both these loops. This time I'm going to bring this yarn tail underneath, then work a single crochet and continue work single crochets into all the stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is the last stitch. So the last one is little difficult to get through, but once we're done with this row, it's gonna be easy to work. Oops. Okay, so here I have 10 single crochet stitches. Let's move on to the second row. Begin with a chain 1, which does not count as a stitch. Turn your work, and we are going to work 1 single crochet into every stitch across. And here is the last stitch. Then again work a chain 1, turn, and 1 single crochet into every stitch across. So I'm going to continue this way until I get total of 49 rows. So this is my third row, and I'll continue my work till I get 49 single crochet rows, and then I'll meet you there. So here I did 48 rows, and this is gonna be the 49th row, and this is the first stitch of row 49. I'm gonna place my stitch marker there and continue with my single crochets. And this is the last stitch of row 49, and I'll place another stitch marker into that stitch. Okay, so this is how it's look now. So let's measure it and see the size of this piece. Here is 22 centimeters in length. So I'm gonna write it down here. And let's measure the wide. It's around 5 centimeters. Let's take it as 5 centimeters. So write it down if you need to do a lining later. So now we are going to come down here. So this is the first row, and now I'm going to find the stitches on down here. So let's count. This is the first stitch, so place a stitch marker there and count from here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So this is the 10th stitch. You have to place your stitch marker there as well. Okay, so this is what we have so far, and let's begin working around the base. Okay, so to begin, so we are going to begin with chain 2. So work chain 2 here, 1 2. Then this is the stitch that we have placed the stitch marker, and our chain 2 also in that same stitch. Now I'm going to work 1 double crochet into that same stitch. Okay, so yarn over, and I will remove the stitch marker and work a double crochet into the same stitch. Okay, So apart from our last stitch here, just leave it there. Here we have 49 rows. So on this side we have 49 spaces to work. Now I'm going to work one double crochet into each space. So I will continue work through this way to here, and when I reach here I will have total of 49 double crochets on this side. Do not count this double crochet that we just did, leave it alone, we are not counting that. Apart from that, we have to work 49 double crochets on this side. Okay, now start from here, yarn over and work 1, 2. So I will place my stitch marker into that first double crochet I did. So we are not counting it into this 49. So I will place the stitch marker so I can recognize it easily. Then continue with my double crochets. So here 49 stitches are done, and now here we have a stitch marker. So I'm going to place 2 double crochets into that stitch. Okay, so remove this stitch marker and place 2 double crochet into that same stitch. So I'll place my stitch marker back into the first double crochet stitch of that 2 double crochet stitches. Then continue work 1 double crochet into each for the next 8 double crochet stitches here. Here is 8 double crochets. Then we have our stitch marker stitch here. Remove it and place 2 double crochets into that stitch. 1, 2. So I'll place back the stitch marker. So in the next round, it's going to be easy to find the corner stitch. Now again, we have to work 49 double crochets all the way till we reach to this stitch marker. So on this side, we have to work 49 double crochets, as same as we did on the other side here. So okay, so continue work until you get 49 double crochets on this side. I'll meet you back when I reach here. So here I'm back and I did 49 double crochets on this side. And let's move on to the stitch marker stitch and do 2 double crochet in that stitch. One and 2. Then continue with 1 double crochet into the next 8 stitches. Eight. Okay, so here we have reached back to the beginning point, and in this stitch we have 2 chains and 1 double crochet. Okay, so this chain 2 does not count as a stitch, so we're gonna skip it. So we have to work 1 more double crochet into that stitch. So we have 2 double crochets in each corner. Then remove the stitch marker and make a slip stitch into that first double crochet stitch. So here we are done with the first round and move on to the next round. Work chain 2, does not count as a stitch, and 1 double crochet in the same stitch. So when you work this double crochet stitch, we are going to work it into the stitch here. So this is the first double crochet stitch, and we are going to work into here. Okay, just through here. In this V shape you can see here. So we are going to work into this space, not onto the top stitches, just like this. So from now on we are working into the stitch. Okay, so this is the stitch and I'm gonna work into the stitch. Okay, so first stitch, place a stitch marker and we are going to continue work 1 double crochet into every stitch around. So from this round we are not going to make any increases or decreases, we are continue working 1 double crochet into every stitch. So as I mentioned earlier, we are not working into the top loops, just insert your hook into the stitch. So this is the stitch, so insert your hook into the stitch just like this. Okay, so here this stitch is this one, so we are inserting into here. Okay, so this one here is this stitch, so this is the top loop, and we are insert into here. Okay, so I hope you understand and continue work. In here you can see this 2 loops here on this stitch, so insert into that center here. Oops. And I'll meet you back when I'm done this round. So here I'm done working round 2, and I've forgotten to mention earlier that we have 122 stitches around on our first round and on our second round, and starting from here in every other round we are going to have 122 stitches. Okay, so let's join with the slip stitch. And start round 3. Work chain 2 and 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Then let's continue work 1 double crochet into every stitch around. So this is round 3, and starting from here I'm going to continue work until I get the desired height for my bag. Then I'll tell you how many rounds I did to get my desired height for the bag. So let me continue with my work off camera, and I'll get back to you soon. So here I'm back, and I did total of 28 double crochet rows, and let me measure it for you. So start from this first double crochet row. It's around 9 inches almost. So now I'm going to start with round 29. So here, as you can see, I have marked my stitches. So in this round we are going to work the straps for the bag. So for that I already marked my stitches here, as you can see. So now I'm going to tell you how I marked these stitches. So here you can see I wrote here 15. So this is 15 stitches here. So count from this stitch where you begin your work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. So leave these 15 stitches and mark the 16th stitch. Okay. And this is where we're gonna have our strap. So for the strap I leave 22 stitches. So start from this stitch marker stitch into this stitch marker stitch. Here I have 22 stitches. And then start from this stitch marker all the way to the next stitch marker. Here I have 39 stitches. Okay, so start from here to here. Then again for the strap here I have 22 stitches in between these two stitch markers. Then from this stitch marker to here I have 24 stitches. Okay, so I hope you understand. And now let's begin. So here I already done 2 chains. Then we are going to work the 15 stitches here. So as you know, we are not working into the top loops. We are working into the stitch here. So let me show you again. In here you can see this 2 loops here on this stitch. So insert into that center here. So here I did my 15 stitches. Now I'm going to remove the stitch marker and work 1 single crochet into that stitch. Then we are going to work the straps. So for the straps, I'm going to work 60 chains. 1, 2, 3. So here I have my 60 chains, and now I'm going to join it with a single crochet into this stitch marker stitch. So remove the stitch marker and work a single crochet into that stitch. Then we are going to continue work until we reach to the next stitch marker here. Continue work with double crochets. So when you reach to the stitch marker here, remove it and work a single crochet into that stitch. Then work 60 chains. So once we have the 60 chains, we are going to join it into the stitch marker stitch here with a single crochet. So make sure your work is not twisted. Here remove the stitch marker and work a single crochet. Then continue work double crochets and finish off this round. So this is round 29. I'll be back when I'm done with this round. So let's begin with round 30. Chain 2, and 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Then continue work double crochets until you reach here. So I did 14 double crochets here, and this is the 15th stitch, and after the 15th stitch here we have a single crochet stitch. So in this round we are going to skip that single crochet stitch, so we are not working into that stitch. Now let's work into the 15th stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook into the 15th double crochet stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and now we have 2 loops on our hook. Then I'm gonna yarn over again and insert the hook into the back loop of the first chain stitch here. So skip that single crochet stitch and insert your hook into the back loop of first chain stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and we have 3 loops on our hook, so yarn over and pull through 3. Now we are going to continue work into the back loops of the chain stitches here. So we're gonna work double crochets. So I'm back here and I have left one more chain stitch here. So I'm gonna work into that stitch, yarn over, and insert into that last chain stitch back loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. So we have 2 loops on our hook, and skip that single crochet stitch, yarn over and work into the double crochet stitch here. So insert your hook into that double crochet stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. We have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 3. So we did the same thing as we did on this side here. Then I'm gonna continue work with the double crochets until I reach to the next strap, and when I reach the next strap I'm gonna repeat the same thing as I did on this strap. So this is round 30, and I'll meet you back when I'm done with this round. Let's begin with round 31. So in round 31 we are going to do slip stitches. So here I did my slip stitch to finish off round 30, and now I'm going to work slip stitches into between these 2 double crochet stitches. So in here we are going to do a slip stitch, and in here, so in between the double crochet stitches we have this space here. So into that space we are going to do the slip stitches. So this is the first stitch. So I'm going to place a stitch marker here. Just like this. So in here we did 2 stitch together in the previous round, but now I'm going to work a slip stitch into that space here between those 2 stitches. And in the next space. So continue work slip stitches all around, and I'll meet you back at the end. So let's begin round 32. Round 32 is a repeat of round 31. So let's remove the stitch marker, and we are going to work slip stitches around again in the same spaces. So this time we are going to work below of this round. So this is round 31, and we will work below it. Again here in the space between the 2 double crochets. So here I'm done round 32, and now I'm going to pull this yarn and keep a little long tail here and trim the yarn. Then all we have to do is to weave the yarn end. Okay, so this is the final look of the bag. And now I'm going to do a basic fabric lining for this bag. So I'm not using interfacing or zipper. I'm just going to use fabric and do a simple fabric lining for the bag, and I'm going to show it to you as well. So before we cut the fabric, we have to measure the bag size. So the width of the bag is, I will take it as 32 centimeters. So it's 32. We have to add 2 more centimeters. So it's gonna be 34. And for the height of the bag, it's 24 centimeters. we're also going to add 2 centimeters for seam allowance. And for this one, we're going to multiply it by 2. So it's going to be 52 centimeters. So I'm going to cut my fabric 34 cm by 52 cm. Okay, so here is the fabric. 34 by 52. So here we're going to fold it. So 52 cm, fold it by half, we have 26 on one side. So now we are going to sew it all the way down. So fold it on wrong side. So both right sides facing together. Fold it and we are going to sew it on both sides all the way down to here. And on this side, start from top all the way down here. Okay, so here I did sewing both sides and zigzag the edges, and on top here I did zigzag as well, just like this. And now we are going to work the corners here. So grab your bag and measure the bottom part here, which is the base. So this one here. Let's take it as, so here is, mine is 5 centimeters. Just only the base, do not measure the double crochet stitches. So the base is 5 centimeters and we're gonna divide it by half and mark it on your fabric. So 2.5 and in here 2.5. On the other side. Then we are going to fold it this way. Again, I will show you here, just like this. And we are going to measure 5 cm here. So here to here is 5 cm. Do the same thing on the other side. Mm, 5 cm. And we are going to sew it on this line on both sides. So here we are, and this is how it's look now. And now here I'm gonna fold it by 2 centimeters. Just around 2 centimeters. And pin it all the way around. So make sure you are pinning it on right side. So that's it, and we are going to insert it into the bag. And all we have to do is to hand stitching all around. Just like this, place it this way and do the hand stitching all around. So here we have the handle, and on this place here we have to place it like this, so little below to the edge. In here we are placing it into the edge, just like this. Okay. So here is how it's look now. And I used 2 rolls of this yarn, and this is the leftover yarn from my second roll. So here is the final look of my bag and end of this tutorial. So I hope you guys like this tutorial. If you do, give a thumbs up to this tutorial. And please subscribe my channel for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.